Gymnasium on the campus of Placer High School in Auburn, California. Celebrating our 20th season of local high school sports excellence, Touchdown Productions is proud to present the 75th annual Kendall Arnett Basketball Tournament, California's oldest defending champion, Placer Hillmen, taking on the Rio Americano Raiders. It's semifinals of the 75th annual Kendall Arnett. All the action begins right here, right now, on your 20th anniversary NorCal Game of the Week. The 75th Kendall Arnett begins and continues its run inside the Earl Crabb as Placer High School, as we settle in for tonight's featured game as the defending Kendall champions, Placer Hillmen, take on the Rio Americano Raiders for a berth in the championship game. Happy New Year, everyone. This is Pete Dufour, along with Lady Hillmen coach Tony Camillucci, our producer and director and camera operator, Gilbert Dominguez, and we're ready and in place to see if the Hillmen can continue this remarkable season and earn back-to-back Kendall titles. Tony, Coach Mark Lee has the Hillmen firing on all cylinders again this year after breaking the school record for most wins last season. The Hillmen are looking good.
Yeah, well, first of all, Happy New Year to you, Pete, and all the viewers out there and Hillmen fans. Yeah, the Hillmen enter the game tonight 12-1, off to a very good start. They were the champions of the inaugural Gansky tournament in the beginning of the month, and their only loss of the year was in the championship game of the Harlan Carter tournament up in Reading, where they lost to Shasta, a very tough Shasta team, 75-63. But besides that bump in the road, the Hillmen have not had the taste of defeat all season.
And tonight they take on a team they have seen before, the Rio Americano Raiders. They beat Oakmont last night, and as a matter of fact, a few years ago they beat Placer in the finals of the Kendall Arnett. Last year, Placer knocked Rio out in the semifinals and have played them two other times since that defeat in the finals and have won all three games.
Yeah, they've got their number of late, that's for sure. And a victory here would put them in the championship game, which would give them a chance to win the Kendall Arnett back-to-back, which hasn't happened since 1997-98.
So the stage is set. Day two. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on the Kendall results, take a walk around the foothills, check out all the local basketball standings, after we remind you that you are watching exclusive coverage of the 75th annual Kendall Arnett Basketball Tournament right here on the 20th anniversary season of TouchdownProductions.com NorCal Game of the Week.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
All right, you see the Hillmen warming up there on the left, and on the right side of the screen, you have the Rio Americano Raiders, and just below us, the fabulous Placer High School pep band and marching band. And the gentleman on the right there, that's Dave Lawrenson. He does a fantastic job. They are in all kinds of competitions, and they always do very, very well. I'm sorry I don't have the name of the young lady who is the band leader at this point. Jimmy Wall is there. Is that Jimmy? He's making sure everything's okay.
He's doing sound check. He's got his head inside the drum, I think.
All right, let's take a look at the bracket here. We're on night two of the Kendall Arnett tournament. And last night, Placer defeated Union Mine by a score of 76-47. Meanwhile, Rio Americano dispatched of Oakmont by a score of 62-42. And so that's why these two are matching up on night two. Also, Del Campo beat Bear River on night one. Score was 62-41. And then Del Oro defeated Foothill of Palo Cedro up by Reading, 65-42. So tomorrow night, the winner of this game, which we're about to bring you, will take on Del Oro for the championship in the Kendall Arnett, and Del Campo will be playing for third place. So Okay, we're going to take a little break right now as the team's heading off the floor, and we'll come back in just a moment with our player introductions here at the Kendall Arnett Night 2.
Nothing tastes better than a sandwich crafted just the way you like it. And at Port of Subs, our master slicer slices your sandwich fresh to order. We offer top quality meats and cheeses. Add your choice of farm fresh veggies and pile them high on our freshly baked bread. We stand by this classic approach. Why? Because it all comes down to one simple truth. Port of Subs just tastes better. Whatever you crave, prepare to fall in love.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Welcome back on the 20th anniversary of the NorCal Game of the Week. Pete Dufour and Tony Camillucci here with you, along with Gil Dominguez. And we are going to have our national anthem as played by Dave Lawrenson, Placer High School Marching Pep Band, the Golden Hillmen Band.
Well done.
Nicely done. And I know last night you had the big flag that covered the entire court.
Yeah, the girls basketball team had the honor of holding that flag. It was a great opportunity.
All right, we have the starting lineups. Rod Vector, number 4. And number 12, Matt Dixon, a guard forward. Jay Paxson, a point guard. He's number 22 and just a sophomore on the team. Kyle Asselford, another junior. And Chris Sheehy, big guy, 6'4", 215. So Chris Jones, the head coach, starting a young team out there with 4 underclassmen, one of them a sophomore, and just one senior in Ron Vector.
They're going to be tough next year.
Brandon Ikeda. If you've ever been through Auburn to Ikeda's fruit stand, that's Brendan's parents. Got a lot of playing time last year. Kai Huntsberry came up to the playoffs last year when Placer had an injury late in the season. They had a few injuries. Kai got to play in the Placer's last game at Bishop Reardon. There is Jordan Perlow. Outstanding player, has done really well this year. Maybe the best player on the team. There's Jordan Ferreira right there. Great all-around player. And there's Jeremy Lillis, 6'8", broke his ankle in the summer ball, but has worked hard, has gotten back, has increased his ability under the hoop. Tony, I know he's got a good drop step, can shoot the outside 3, rebounds well. Jeremy Lillis, all 6'8" of him, shows up every night.
Certainly does, and if you can look at him, he's gained a lot of weight, muscle mass, his arms look huge. And I know that Coach Montoya was bugging him all year long about coming out and catching a few footballs, but he thought better of it. And back to Jordan, if you talk to Coach Lee, there's just few kids that he really worries about getting in foul trouble, and Jordan, because he could play every position on the floor, so he's definitely one that he wants to keep healthy and out of foul trouble.
So 33 will jump it up against 33. My guess is 33 is going to win the tip here.
Good call.
Mark Lee looking for back-to-back Kendall titles. He'll need to get past Rio, a team he beat earlier this year. And then from the outside, the 3-ball no good. And there is Ferreira with the tip back. And the Hillmen are up by 2.
Mr. Everywhere.
Right away, they start off with the little man-to-man press. Nothing serious. No trap off of it. Just man-to-man pressure to see what Rio's got.
Yeah, looks like Jordan's going to be guarding. He's going to just go double everywhere, it looks like. It's one of their defensive looks.
Nice turnaround there by Asselford, and it's 2-2.
Placer pushes the ball really well. Jeremy didn't get 2 hands on that pass.
This big kid, Chris Sheehy, good-looking basketball player here. He looks like a tight end.
Yeah, he can play tight end as well.
So now Placer, a little bit more pressure. They called a foul. He tripped over I think he tripped over the 75th Kendall Arnett.
He may have. Coach Lee doesn't agree with that.
You got to get a shot of that, Gil. The 75th Kendall Arnett. I think that's what he tripped over right there.
It's a pretty tall 75.
We're going to get a replay of that, and you'll be able to see just exactly what we're talking about there. That 75th, I think it's up just a little bit too high. It could have been. We'll have to get that one's on the painter. In any event, Placer, a little bit more pressure now. Akita has just picked up a personal foul, and that is his first. Someone like to pressure, Tony.
Yeah, they do, and if the refs call it tight, that could spell trouble for Placer. Yeah, that's one of Coach Lee's biggest concerns is foul trouble.
And the big guy, Chris Sheehy, converts. He's got 2 points, and it's a 4-2 ball game.
Nice
and
take.
Huntsberry goes to the rim. Can't get there, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Placer pushes the ball quicker than any team. Typically they do it via pass, but that time Kai saw a lane and just kept it in his own hands and got all the way to the basket.
Talked to Dave Thompson about this young man. He remembers him hanging out when he was in 8th grade and freshman year in the weight room and just kind of being a social guy. And Dave talked to him a little bit about commitment, and he made a commitment. And here he is as a varsity player. He's stronger, taller, sees the floor really well. He got some experience last year on a great team late in the ball game. Led the junior varsity team all year long.
Absolutely.
But with an injury to Ryan Jenkins late in the, I think it was the week before the NorCal game, Kai had to come up and play, and he did okay for a sophomore coming in. And this year he looks like he's been playing varsity all his life.
Yeah, I remember him and watching him, and he as confident as he looked on the JV team.
Scores 4-2. Placer with the lead, and missed shot there by Asselford, and rebound by Ferreira, and the Hillmen are out.
Yeah,
Quick.
They'll push the ball quickly. They're going to want to go down low.
Let's see the big man in his. There's a little turnaround jumper. Kind of hard to stop that.
I don't think you can unless you're 7 foot tall.
4-4 is the score.
Good to see Jeremy get off to a.
And he just got a steal and a pass now. Picking up the loose ball is Ferreira, and he scores. And the Hillmen are up 6-4.
Again, Mr. Everywhere in the right place at the right time.
Look at Lillis playing man-to-man defense. Full court. And Aketa comes in, almost steals the ball.
I keep thinking Sheehy's number 47, which is an illegal number.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the NBA. Placer sticking with their man-to-man defense, but they're going to turn. Every time you turn your back, there's going to be a defender on you.
And Lillis goes all the way to the hole and scores. I don't know that he left the floor, but he didn't really need to. Got it to roll around and drop, and Jeremy's at the line.
We won't have to play that in slow-mo since it was already. It's a nice take, though. See your big guy take the ball on the floor.
I just went all the way, just kept going. And he hits a free throw, and there we go.
Just like that. 9-4. Back to full court press. Kabongo Scott subbed into the game. Came in for Ikeda, it looks like.
Number 25 there on your screen.
Yeah.
Outstanding linebacker on Joey Montoya's football team.
All-league football player.
That shot doesn't go, and it's Kai Huntsberry leading the break. Gets it to Lillis. He leaves it for Scott. He scores. Nice ball movement and a timeout. Chris Long says, Jones says we need to talk about this. as the Hillmen are starting to run away, going 11-4. We'll take a break, come back in just a minute. 5:18 to go here in the first quarter. Hillmen up over Rio, 11-4.
You just gotta come in and see what's new for spring at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. Let's get started with the Green Thumb annual lawn care program and then upgrade that irrigation system. Or get ready for the barbecue season with a brand new grill and patio furniture. And don't forget the bargains of the month. Everything you need is at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, where behind every project is a true value.
Welcome back. Quick timeout by Rio Americano head coach, who doesn't want this to get too out of hand too fast. Settle his players down.
20th anniversary season of TouchdownProductions.com NorCal Game of the Week. Gil Dominguez and his crew been doing this a long time. Now in HD. How about that?
Oh.
No one jumping out. That little trap half court, Tony.
Yeah. They usually do that right out of a timeout. They'll double the ball as soon as it crosses half court, and everybody rotates toward the ball, and it usually ends up like that. And
a turnover.
Yeah. Pretty effective.
11 versus 11 there as Perlow had the ball for Placer. Now it's Huntsberry gets it in. Now comes back out. Ferreira loses control.
Looked like he got bumped there to me.
Little rare turnover for Placer. Only had 7 turnovers last night and created probably 30.
Yeah, 2 of those were travels.
And there's a 2-pointer from Max Davis into the ball game.
I think that was a 3.
They called out a 3. They did.
They did.
Probably because he was behind that line. That's just a pattern I've noticed.
It's a good look down low. I think they're going to continue to try to pound it down low.
Now here's the thing. Mark Lee is the king of the inbounds play.
Yeah. He's got.
It's usually something. That was brilliant right there.
I'm going to have to steal that one.
Almost a steal there as Kai Huntsberry has it. Now patiently gets it to Lillis. Scott on the right side.
Placer running their traditional motion and get a curl cut right there.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Jordan Ferreira with a curl cut. Sounds like something Supercuts would do.
Yeah, again, it costs a little extra.
Okay, now what are we doing here on defense?
Again,
here?
3/4 court trap.
And Ferreira goes to the hole hard, and he'll go to the line now. Hillmen up 13-7 with 4 minutes to go here in the first.
Chris Jones, the Rio Americano coach, did not like that call one bit. He's in the ref's ear. I think he knows he's going to need some calls tonight to be able to hang with the Hillmen.
And Ferreira gets the first one.
Jordan Ferreira, he's what every kid should learn from. All summer long, he was in the gym 6 days a week, 3 times. And he stuck with it all summer long.
Well, he hit the free throws, 15-7, Hillmen with the lead. And there's that hounding pressure. The Raiders are looking for that open man off of the double teams and triple teams and having a hard time finding that open man. Lillis with a couple of tips, but it ends up going to the Raiders.
I think they found the wrong open guy at that time. I don't know how many threes he shoots during the season, but here goes the second one of the night. Well,
and
there we go.
that corner, what do you know?
Nothing.
Chris Shee with the tray. It's 10-15. 15-10, sorry. Hillmen with the 5-point lead. Now there's a foul that's going to be called on Asselford, 33.
That's an easy call. He's all over holding on to Brendan Nikita, who came back in the game for it looks like Perlow. So you kind of see their sub-rotation. They'll probably play 6 or 7 if it stays close, is all as deep as he'll get.
Ferreira almost loses control but gets off the shot and is fouled, so he's back to the line again.
Back to Jordan. I think he was told, and this is the story I heard in junior high, that now you probably will never even make the high school team. And I think he took that as motivation. Now he's one of our best players.
And he gets it to drop. The shooter's touch.
Call that the Earl Crab bounce.
You torque those rims down.
They're loose as it gets. You just touch the rim, that ball goes in.
Ferreira, 4 straight free throws.
Full court pressure, and just watch when they cross half court, they're going to go double that probably.
They back off of it a little bit now.
Yeah. Looks like Rio's going to be happy with just penetrate kick for a 3.
And there it is. But those have to go if you're going to beat Placer tonight. Lillis cleans up on the boards. Ferreira outlet to Huntsberry, back to Ferreira, right elbow, no good.
It's a good looking shot though. I don't think Coach Lee will be upset with a 15-foot open jumper.
Dixon with the rebound
There comes
there.
a double, a triple actually.
Hillmen so quick. One of the leading teams in the section last year on steals, which was, they get a lot of points off of transition, those kinds of turnovers. And that time Sheehy was able to get by with a good move and got to the hole for 2 more points.
He tucks that ball in. Oh, there's an easy 2.
Lillis with a little leaner. It's 19-12, Hillmen with the lead.
I don't think they're going to have an answer for Lillis. He's not tall enough.
Sheehy. No, beg your pardon, that's Hasselford.
Hasselford.
And they gave him 3 on that, right?
Yes, he was behind the line, couple feet. Looks like Rio's bricking up their defense a little bit. Coming out and getting in passing lanes.
Oh, he's got 3 guys on Huntsberry right there.
I don't know if that was by design or just opportunity.
Just ended up that way. Look at Aketa just hustle. And Huntsberry has it knocked away as he drives to the hoop. Minute 39 to go, first half. Hillmen up by just 4 over a team that they dispatched rather easily down on American River Drive a few weeks ago.
Yeah, after that timeout that was called by Rio, looks like they settled a little bit. Oh.
And that ball knocked out of bounds. It looked like somebody got him with an armpit, but Mac Dixon will head off the floor. Let me get some subs in here.
Yeah, they got Perlo coming back in.
And DeWitt Bullock coming in for Rio. And Lillis is going to get a break here.
Yeah, he'll get probably the minute 15 before the first quarter. Add that to the 2-minute quarter, and he'll get about a 5-minute break.
Ferreira to Aketa. Trying to work down low, trying to find Leighton Burchell.
Leighton Burchell in for the game. He's kind of the sub for Lillis.
6'3" junior. Now here's a turnover.
Oh, that's going to be a backcourt.
He picked up his foot and went back again, and right in front of the referee, too. You have to have all 3 over, right? And then if you go back, okay.
Correct.
41 is Chris Sheehy. You have to have both feet and the ball on the other side of the floor established. And then when you do that, you can't go back.
Right.
So,
and it looked like he had 2 parts over, not all 3.
I agree. That was a good call by the official. Sometimes it's hard to see when it's right in front of you, believe it or not.
And once in a while, the officials get it right.
I thought you were going to say once in a while they get it wrong. Spoken like a coach.
Yep.
That's a dangerous pass, but Akita tries to bank it home. It doesn't go. Look at Ferreira fight. He'll go right back up with this.
Bam.
Nice touch, Jordan Ferreira.
Mr. Everywhere. 7 seconds left. A little urgency to get a shot off here. Last shot of the quarter.
Just a 4-point lead for Placer. We have a kicked foul. Is going to be called on Kabongo Scott.
Kick?
Yeah, kick save, kick foul. The referee motioned a kick. So now there's 1.6 seconds. And there's a long pass, a nice tip, and it does not go. That was close.
It's a nice play.
And at the end of the first quarter, the score is Placer 21 and Rio Americano 17. And this is the 20th anniversary season of TouchdownProductions.com. NorCal Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota. which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
All right, welcome back to the Kendall Arnett basketball tournament, night number 2. Pete Dufour here along with Tony Camillucci. And it's Placer versus Rio Americano. Last night, a special night. Yeah, Tony, these 4 guys right here, the Fab 4 of coaching here at Placer High School in succession from right to left. Mark Lee, Terry Tangney, Wendell Witt, and Tom Berry.
Tom Berry, absolutely. We represent the last 35, 40 years of Placer basketball.
18 Kendall Arnett championships between those 4 great coaches, great men. And It was good to see them honored there at the tournament.
It shows you what a great place it is to coach. They stick around.
All right, Hillmen up by only 4 against a team that they really didn't have much trouble with earlier this season. Now Huntsberry loose. He'll take it to the rack down the lane. Kai Huntsberry.
A nice take. Looked like he wanted a foul. Yamason in the game for Placer for the first time. Looks like Placer's picking up their full court defense.
That was a foul, reach over. Not a good foul there by Jordan Perlow.
Coach Lee's not going to be happy with that.
Am I right? Is that Huntsberry's first baskets?
Could be.
2, 4, 6.
No, he hit a. No, you're right. That's his first basket.
Yeah, I'm missing some. My stats are not up to par here, but.
Where's Ross Kelly when you need him?
Yeah. He'll be here after the game to tell us what we missed.
This is Placer's 3rd different defensive look. Now they're full deny the inbound pass.
Full deny means?
Just get face guard your defender and do not let them catch the ball. Make them throw it over your head. Resulted in a turnover.
And nice and easy for Jeremy Lillis as he dumps another one.
That's a beautiful move.
25-17, Hillmen lead now 8. And there's another turnover. Nope. On the arm, Brendan Akita, according to the official, and that's second personal on Brendan.
That'll bring in Kabongo Scott right away. Mark Lee's very conscious about not letting the kid get 3 fouls in the first half. He'll sit if other foul trouble doesn't present itself. He'll sit until the half.
8-point lead now for Placer.
Placer's going to take every opportunity to double the ball.
As Asselford has it stolen away. Here's Perlow on the other end and lays it up and in. Jordan Perlow. 10-point lead for Placer.
Placer does not have to run a lot of half-court stuff because they get so many points in transition off of steals.
And
like that.
Perlow stepping in front again. He'll take this to the hole. Oh, he kind of got that one blocked because he lost his footing.
He just wants to take off on 1 foot, draw a foul.
Just take off on that. Keep going.
Absolutely.
I think he was trying to let the defender run by, but it didn't work out. And now underneath with a layup is
21, Bullock.
Bullock.
He's as taller than Jeremy. I don't know if he's got the speed.
Outside shot from Huntsberry, no good.
That's about the first 3 he's missed in a long time. I hope that's not a sign of things to come.
That was Sam Adams with the rebound. Now he passes it down low. And from the outside, no good. Asselford. And this ball will go to Placer.
That was a good, clean look. Placer's not going to want to give him that many clean 3 looks.
Who do we have coming in?
Re-entering the game. Looks like Lillis is going to get a break.
Ferreira in, Lillis out. So who will rotate to the post here? Ferreira, I suppose?
Yeah, Ferreira will take the 5. I think what happened right there is Lillis's man caught the ball in the middle of the key, and Lee is not happy about that. So he's going to sit him down, let him think about it for a minute. Tell you what, thing about Coach Lee is it doesn't matter who you are. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to hear about it.
And Ferreira misses on that shot, can't get the rebound as it comes down to Paxson. He brings it up the court with the left hand all the way, runner up and down. Wow, nice move, Jake Paxton.
Yeah, that's not typical Placer defense right there.
Perlow, top of the key to Ferreira, swing it to Kabongo Scott. Scott to Perlow, left-hander up, no good. And again, he just needs to keep going, draw that foul.
That'll bring Lillis back in the game in no time. That's twice. Mark Lee's got to get in his ear and say, just go up strong with the basketball.
Don't try to avoid contact. You want to invite that contact.
Absolutely. Easy for us to say up here in Nice Safe. So.
Yeah, it's for other people to do.
Exactly. That's
good defense by Placer.
Defense.
That's closely guarded D, and the coach,
Chris Jones,
he calls the timeout.
He has saved a turnover right there.
So, 20th anniversary season at touchdownproductions.com, NorCal game of the week. We'll take a break. 4:42 to go in the first half. Hillmen up 27-21.
Nothing tastes better than a sandwich crafted just the way you like it. And at Port of Subs, our master slicer slices your sandwich fresh to order. We offer top quality meats and cheeses. Add your choice of farm fresh veggies and pile them high on our freshly baked bread. We stand by this classic approach. Why? Because it all comes down to one simple truth. Port of Subs just tastes better. Whatever you crave, prepare to fall in love.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Back to live action here now. 4:42 to go in the first half. Placer in the white, Rio Americano in the dark uniforms, and there's another steal for the Hillmen. Lillis top of the key. Into the ball game is Rylan Walsh, yes, number 20.
First minutes for him.
Here's Perlow from outside, no good. Kai Huntsberry with the rebound. Back to Perlow, cross key. Nice skip pass, and it's Lillis from the corner. Big man can't hit that one. Huntsberry has the ball go off his hands. Two Hillmen had a shot at that rebound.
I don't think the Hillmen hit a three-pointer yet tonight. There's a foul on Rylan.
Rylan Walsh, a 5'10 junior guard.
Doesn't typically get a lot of time, but a little bit of foul trouble. He's going to have to step up. The Raiders will be shooting one-on-one the next time they're fouled.
This corner for Sheehy. Drives with the left hand and gives it up, and the shot is no good, but there is a foul, and it'll be DeWitt Bullock going to the line.
Yeah, that puts the Raiders will be shooting one-on-one for the remainder of the half, unless they get the double bonus.
Well, the foul is on Ferreira, and so he'll come off, and Lucas Yamzon will go into the ball game. Bullock shooting 1-and-1. The first one no good. But the rebound comes down to the Raiders.
That's for a second foul. Coach Lee is going to probably try to keep him on the bench until halftime if he can.
No matter who you put in there, Placer is playing that tough, scrappy defense, fighting through screens. Outside shot no good. Lillis with the rebound. Needs to get that ball up in the air.
Yeah. He's definitely a lot stronger than he was last year.
Huntsberry drives and is fouled. This will just be a baseline inbounds play for Mark Lee and the Hillmen.
That's Max Davis, the clothesline Huntsberry as he went by him.
Into Lillis, and Lillis loses control. Shortest guy on the court knocked it away. Davis now here at the other end. The putback is good by Bullock, and we have ourselves a 27-23 ball game. 4-point lead, and now another steal. Here's Bullock again, and he traveled. Kai Huntsberry got him to travel before the bucket.
It's great hustle by Huntsberry right there. Saved 2 points, although I'm not sure that was a travel.
It was a little hesitational in nature. Huntsberry passes down low. Lillis can't hang on to the pass. A nice pass from Yamzon, but right through the hands of Jeremy Lillis.
Placer's just got to survive the rest of this half. They're a little out of sync.
Perlow with the steal, and this time he got it to go, Tony.
Yeah, that's Perlow's 4th steal for 4 points.
And now we have a
Foul on Huntsberry, it looks like, a holding foul. It's only his first, that's good news. This is a little concerning when you get a couple officials that call a game tight, because Placer does play a physical, kind of a hands-on defense. And when you're not deep and you get in foul trouble, you're going to have to change up what you're doing maybe.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, you can, as a coach, you know who's going to officiate your game. You get that sent to you. And I believe Mark knows these two officials, and could have been a concern of his before the game started, but it certainly didn't change his game plan.
I just got to keep going, let the officials set the tone. Now there's a body block on Lillis, but he got the mix master to go.
That's a weight room basket right there, Jeremy Lillis.
Yeah, attaboy. 31-25, Hillmen up by 6. From the outside, no good by Sheehy. And Kabongo Scott steps on the line, trying to get the ball out of there.
Well, that's too bad. It's a lot of hustle, and you just get an inch on that line.
And Shreve with the ball, left-hand dribble, stops in the paint and can't get it to go. Ball is tipped away. Nice job of tipping the ball away by Ron Vector, but they said it was off of him. And so Placer with the basketball with 2:18 to go in the first half, up 31-25.
Nice little battle of muscles down low. Sheehy's pushing, though. It's going to be a foul. You can hold your ground, but you certainly can't push the offensive player away from the basket. Easy call.
Well, officials are calling that both ways.
Absolutely. 8-7, fouls have been even, although it seems like Placer's fouled more, although it's only been one more.
Well, Sheehy has 2 personals, and Lillis is at the line and makes the first one.
Jeremy's also improved his free throw shooting. When he broke his foot over the summer, he could still stand on his boot, and he would be shooting free throw after free throw.
And the second one is also good from Jeremy Lillis. Kai Huntsberry back in the ball game. Hillman still going with that full court press, and now they're going to try and trap, and Rio gets rid of the ball quickly. Kick out, drive, no good. Ball tipped away, and it's going to be off of Placer. Rio ball.
That's about the third time Rio's gotten the ball into the middle of the paint and chose to turn and pass it out instead of taking an open little 5-footer. I don't get it.
Yeah, Asselford's a big guy. He should be able to go up.
Yeah. Maybe they're afraid of Lillis. There's a hold on Placer. It's going to be on Ryan.
Rylan Walsh.
Yeah, Rylan Walsh, excuse me.
It's Walsh's second personal. Hillmen have committed 9 fouls in this first half.
Put a double bonus after the next foul. They'll get 2.
And first shot is good by Ron Vector, senior.
Vector. His brother Victor Vector is a pretty good basketball player.
Oh, it's an airplane joke there somewhere.
It is.
And this one does not go, and a rebound is taken down by the Raiders. It's DeWitt Bullock.
Looked like a lot of contact. There they go, dribble in and turn and pass it out.
Almost had a break there. Here's Vector. Corner to Dixon. Dixon drives, kicks it out, and a long one on the way from Asselford, and it's a 3-pointer. And we have a 4-point ball game right now. And we have a injury, at least a temporary one, to Matt Dixon, who says he needs to come out.
He's rolled his ankle.
Uh-oh. Those hurt like your leg is falling off, and 5 minutes later you can play.
You're sure you snapped your ankle bone in half, and then you're back in 3 minutes.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah. That was an untraditional bank shot 3-pointer. But to beat Placer, you're going to need to get some of those.
Nice pass by Huntsberry. Down low to Lillis. Turns around, faces the hoop, and scores.
That's another weight room basket. That's too good. UNR is in the stands tonight, I believe, scouting Jeremy, and I think they're going to like what they see so far.
Top of the key, no good. Outside shooting for Rio has not been good tonight.
Well, they've
Placer
definitely cooled off.
Placer's got to take better care of the basketball than that. Huntsbury drives and is fouled with 52.6 seconds to go, and the Hillmen only up by 6. Huntsbury needs to hit these 2 free throws as both teams are now in the bonus.
It'd be nice to get about an 8-10 point lead, get into halftime, regroup. I think there's some nerves for Placer because they know tomorrow could be a really big, fun game.
As they're taking on Del Oro in the finals tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they win tonight, they're only up by 6.
That could make you play a little bit tight. They haven't been in a lot of close games this year.
And Huntsbury misses the free throw.
He doesn't do that very often. Double team on the ball. Placer's going to continue to scramble and double.
And there's a shot, nice shot, but doesn't go. Tip, no good. Another tip, no good. Lillis needs to get a rebound here. And there's a foul on the shot. And he just kept coming at it. DeWitt Bullock.
Foul on Amazon, excuse me. Amazon's where you could order. I don't think he owns that.
He wouldn't be here. And might be a good guy to foul in the future.
Might want to keep that in the back of your mind. That ball never got above the rim. But he did get about 3 offensive boards right there. It's a stat filler.
Paxson is off and Adams on for Chris Jones's Raiders. Second shot is no good. Huntsbury with the rebound, 29 seconds to go. Hillman will probably work it down close.
You definitely want the last shot.
Yeah.
Don't give Rio an opportunity to hit a shot, going with some motivation and momentum into the halftime. Yeah, they'll take the last shot. Let's run this motion high and wide right here. Keep everybody away from the basket. I'll probably try to get the ball to Jeremy. Get it in Kai's hands and then to Jeremy would be the best bet.
And kicking it out, taking the shot on top, Lucas Yamzon.
That's not
Bullock with the rebound, and that's going to be the way it ends here in the first half. 35-29, Tony.
6-point lead. It's kind of a unfamiliar territory for the Hillmen, but they did save their key players with only 2 fouls. No one got their 3rd foul, and that's exactly what Coach Lee wanted. He'll calm them down in halftime and hopefully come out. And I don't think we hit a single 3 that half. And that's not typical of Placer by any means. But
if Rio had hit a few more 3s or a few more outside shots, they could have the lead right now.
Absolutely. They've had a lot of good looks. And Sheehy, who the first time he shot it, I thought he shouldn't be, but he ended up with 2. And I think he missed 4, but he shoots it like he makes them. So I think Placer's got to really get a hand up. They can't give those open 3s.
All right, this is the 20th anniversary season of TouchdownProductions.com NorCal Game of the Week. And we're at halftime. Placer 35, Rio Americano 29. And we'll be back in a bit.
You just gotta come in and see what's new for spring at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. Let's get started with the Green Thumb annual lawn care program and then upgrade that irrigation system. Or get ready for the barbecue season with a brand new grill and patio furniture. And don't forget the bargains of the month. Everything you need is at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, where behind every project is a true value.
All right, ready to start the second half. Welcome back, 20th anniversary season of TouchdownProductions.com NorCal Game of the Week. Placer is up 35-29, Tony, but it could be a much different ball game.
Well, it's an early foul. That's 4 seconds in, and they're already calling a foul. These refs are definitely trying to set a tone, but they're not going to put up with hands on. That was on Sheehy, I believe. No, on 30.
Well, Sheehy already has 3. I missed that one.
Quick bucket by Ferreira. Little curl play off an inbounds. Placer still going to stick with that pressure defense.
Ferreira has 16 points on the night of Placer's 37. And here's Aketa going straight to the hole, and they didn't call that one close at all.
I guess Maybe the other official is trying to set the tone,
I
and this
don't-
one's trying to
They need to
unset
get
it.
on the same pitch. I don't know. There's Jordan Ferreira off the inbound, and now we have
Some
a
illegal
foul
screen.
on Placer, I guess on Huntsberry.
Yes.
I guess he was screening somebody underneath the basket.
He's moving. I believe that's only his second, though.
Huntsberry, it is his second.
Blast will stick with this kind of a run and jump full court and cause a turnover.
And it works.
Yeah, that constant pressure wears on a team. Usually by the fourth quarter, but it looks like Rio's having a little issue right off the bat.
That's Rio's ball, or rather Placer's ball.
Placer, yeah. Same starting five for Placer. Like I said, nobody more than 2 fouls. Paqueta sat a lot in that first half. Hopefully he can get a rhythm back. Oh, there's a turnover. As I mentioned his name, he throws the ball to the other team.
Ferreira had 15 in the first half, and Lillis had 13. That was the bulk of Placer's scoring.
Well, hopefully Huntsberry, their third scorer, can get a little more involved.
Nice move under the hoop by Asselford, but it didn't go. And now this shot doesn't go, and Mr. Everywhere all the time.
It gets another
Ferreira
board.
is there. Nice pass. Aketa can't handle it, though, but he kicks it out, leaves it for Ferreira, and he's underneath the hoop, goes up. Shot is blocked out of bounds. And
Some nifty passing right there by the Hillmen, but didn't result in much.
inbound to Ferreira. Huntsberry leaves it for Lillis. Now there's some contact. Now it's Ferreira driving the lane, and Lillis gets him the ball. Jordan Ferreira now with 19 points on the night.
Lillis and Ferreira, they have a good chemistry working right now.
Hillmen up by 10, 39-29, their biggest lead.
Ferreira is definitely benefiting from the double teams that Lillis is facing.
There's Aketa stealing it away, tips it away. Here comes Huntsberry, back to Aketa, lay it up, no good, follow. Huntsberry, now it's Mr. Everything Ferreira, Mr. Everywhere I should say. And Hillmen looks like a
That's
foul. What do we have
No,
here?
a timeout.
Timeout.
I think
Why did he call a timeout when the ball was loose?
I think it was already out of bounds, and they're
Oh,
just
it's out of
throwing it
bounds.
back, yeah.
Got it, okay.
And Chris Jones, again, does not want Placer to make a run. They get down 10 all of a sudden.
There's Mark Lee drawing something up there in the huddle.
Yeah, he's probably just telling his guys, keep up the pressure, don't reach, and finish down low. They've missed about 4.
Dave Thompson on the left.
Yep. Nate Sweezy.
Nate Sweezy, Greg Robinson, the skinny guy with the tie.
Yeah, I was talking, and Greg was showing me a picture of him in the program of his team that won the Kendall Arnett. And I said, I didn't think you could look skinnier, but you do.
Dave Thompson on the left is the defensive genius, always has been for Mark Lee, and former basketball official.
Absolutely, one of the better officials, and he is an outstanding coach too. And he is the head JV coach with Greg Robinson, and then sits on the bench during varsity games with Coach Lee.
Also coached baseball, was once Sacramento Bees baseball coach of the year.
He's just a good teacher. And yeah, I've got to travel with him a little bit on some coaching trips, and he's just a lot of fun guy to be around as well.
Real student of the game.
Yeah, he's just a smart guy. He's fun to talk to.
Rio will try to inbound again. 6 minutes remaining here in the third period. They trail Placer by 10, 39-29. And here comes Asselford, big guy, going against Huntsberry. He's trying to make him go left. He goes left.
There he is, right
Gives
in
it
the middle
up.
of the key.
And knocked away. Asselford. They have a big lineup in there right now.
Bullock's having a hard time catching the ball, though. That was a miscue. That's an easy shot. They've got to make those if they have any chance.
Lillis gets banged from behind, and then he puts Jake Paxton on the floor, and the foul is on Paxton.
Another weight room bucket for Lillis. This is a very dangerous time for Rio Americano right now.
They're down by 12 rather. Lillis misses the free throw after making all 3 in the first half. Asselford over Huntsberry, and that's a mismatch when you're down low in the paint like that. 41-31, Placer lead. Aketa.
Continue looking to get the ball down low.
Lillis from the left wing, and they come out on him as Asselford gets out there on him.
Yeah, they've scouted. They know he can shoot that.
And they're big underneath, so with him away from the basket, they got to hit those threes, as Huntsberry just did.
That could be their first 3 of the night, and if he heats up, this is going to be a long night for Rio.
Slapped away, and getting called for the foul is Jordan Ferrer, and that's his 3rd personal.
He'll come out right away.
We won't see him again till the 4th quarter.
Probably not, unless they get a little start creeping up again. Yeah, Jordan's probably just got to be a little bit more disciplined there. The guy, he had a step on him.
Bullock at the line now, Tony. He missed all 3 free throws in the first half and misses his 4th here.
This would be a hack-a-shack situation if it had to be. They haven't even looked close.
Kabongo Scott now on the floor for Placer as Lillis comes off. Second one is also no good. Huntsberry with the rebound. Brings it up. In the corner.
Oh, there's Lillis.
Lillis open for 3 and down. Jeremy Lillis.
Those scouts are going to love that. Yeah, this is a really scary time for Rio Raiders.
47-31. It's a 16-point Hillmen lead. And the putback is attempt no good. And Placer now sealing off well on the boards. They had 3 guys underneath there, but a bad pass.
That's a tough cross-court pass right there.
Adams with the steal. Now it's Asselford top of the key, guarded by Scott. 3-pointer on the way. That looks good, and it is good. Max Davids hits his 2nd 3 of the night. He's got 8 points. 47-34. Huntsberry drives the lane. He gets bumped, but still gets it to go. Kai Huntsberry.
That was a nice take. He was determined. Kai also worked out with Jordan Ferrer those summer months. It shows there.
He made the commitment, and he stuck with it, and he's become a good student and a good basketball player.
He's reaping the benefits. It's amazing. Hard work works.
Into the ball game is Zach Gonzalez. And coming out of the ball game is Kyle Asselford. So a smaller lineup out there now for Rio, with Lillis still in the ball game. Huntsberry tries to block the shot. It's no good, and the rebound comes down to Rio. Now it's off of Rio. Good defense by Huntsberry. And Aketa will come in for Huntsberry for Placer. And Hillmen with a 49-34 lead.
That'll bring Kabongo to the 1. Aketa will probably stick at the 2. That same dive play they tried earlier, and Jeremy missed the pass again.
Look at the big man handle the ball.
Showing some man-add-one dribbling skills. That's an errant pass.
A little too much.
Okay, Kabongo trying a little too much. You're right. Oh, there's a shooter in the corner. They're going to give that up and dribble right into the big guy. I wouldn't recommend that.
Pass down low. Now they kick it back out. And driving the base hand with the left hand, not going to work, especially with Lillis there.
With Jeremy or the backboard that blocked that. Oh, there's another 3. Count it. Oh.
Nope, no good.
Good hustle by Perlow.
Perlow with the rebound. Scott with the basketball. Left side to Yamzon.
I love watching the motion that they run. They set screens different places all the time.
And this is going to be a foul on Zach Gonzalez, pushing a little too much on Jeremy Lillis.
Got a little mismatch on a screen switch there, and he had no choice but to hold Jeremy.
And back into the ball game is Chris Sheehy. Now Sheehy's got 3 personal fouls. The big guy, number 41.
I think that Coach Jones doesn't have a choice at this point. He's just going to have to risk it.
And a turnaround jumper, no good. Nice hustle for the rebound by Yamzon. Now here's Aketa. I think that ball might have been tipped. A little offline.
He hasn't been shooting many threes. He's been really content on just getting the ball down to the low post, which is a characteristic of Lee's players. They know their role and they accept it.
Step back three-pointer on the way is good. That's Max Davis. That's his 3rd three-pointer. He's got 11 points. Lillis has to go off his fingers, out of bounds. And he says, hey, give me a bounce pass.
Yeah, bring it down.
I'd like it down low. 30-second timeout for Placer. And 20th anniversary season at touchdownproductions.com. NorCal game of the week. Placer 49, Rio Americano 37. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
A little entertainment for the Placer High Pep Band under the direction of Dave Lawrenson. Don't want to forget Chris Lee and Cassie Smith's outstanding Placer cheer squad. They do a great job. And now this one's out of bounds, and it'll go off of Placer. Rio ball.
Back in the game for the Raiders, number 22, Jake Paxton.
No, this is a
tight quarters for those cheerleaders.
Absolutely, the band too. It's a gym that was built in '36, so there wasn't they weren't too worried about the sides.
We have a whistle. Did he step out of bounds?
Yep,
he did.
Speaking of close quarters.
Yeah, Jake Paxton, foot on the line. It'll be Hillmen ball.
Most gym floors are 94 feet long. This one is 88 feet long. It's the smallest regulation floor you could have.
Look at Kai Huntsberry taking it to the rack. I like to see that with a left hand.
Yeah, when he sets his mind to it, I don't think there's anybody who can stay in front of him.
I just like the mentality. This
Absolutely.
ball's going in the hole.
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there, and if you're going to stop me, you're going to put me on the line. And you know what? I'm just going to hit the free throw when you do that. And look what happened.
That's a good result.
It's a good game plan. Kai Huntsberry. He's getting 20 points a night last year for the JVs. Came up to help out with injuries. Placer lost one of their better players early in the season, Derek Haney. But still made it to the semifinals of the NorCals. Our quarterfinals. Lost to Weston Ranch, and they earlier this season they made amends for that loss as they beat them and Buchanan, an outstanding powerhouse team out of the Fresno area. Here's Huntsberry the other way.
Nice block by Jeremy Lillis. Good
nice
ball
pass
movement.
down low, and way to take it right to the hole, Lucas Yamzon.
That's a great ball reversal and a great seal by Yamzon. Makes the easy basket.
Outstanding fake on nobody and then missing the shot. Just shoot it, kid. You're the guy that's hitting all the buckets.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't take that open.
Oh, look at that. Huntsberry down low to Yamzon. Yamzon 2 in a row. Assist Huntsberry.
Coach Jones has got to be sweating bullets. Just get to this end of the third quarter without too much damage, and maybe they can put something together.
Well, they're down by 18 right now, and there's a travel, or we got to push. We got to push. And that's going to be on for Placer, Jordan Perlow, his 2nd personal foul.
That's a non-shooting foul.
And that'll put Kabongo Scott in the game. Kai Huntsberry takes a break. Kyle Asselford comes back in, and coming out is going to be Bullock. And there is Sheehy, misses the short putback or short shot there, and will go to the line as he was fouled.
The Amazon. I'd like to see how many fouls the refs have called, because one particular ref seems to be using his whistle a little bit more than the other.
One more for Chris.
Mark Everly is over there.
I've got 14 fouls on Placer, 10 on Rio so far. That's unofficial, which means it's probably wrong.
Probably, but close.
They're both in double digits.
There's the old elbow play. Jeremy's going to attack the basket on his own here.
Nope, he's not, because they're going to help out. Well, you're right, he is. And there's the end of the third period. And the score is Placer 55, Rio Americano. Who a winner of this ball game, looks like it's going to be Placer, will be taking on Del Oro in the finals tomorrow night. We'll take a break. 20th anniversary season at touchdownproductions.com. NorCal Game of the Week.
Thank you, Doug. Saving the whole rodeo.
All right, we're back. The team's coming out. Getting ready to start the fourth period here. Again, winner goes to the championship game of the 75th Kendall Arnett basketball tournament, oldest high school basketball tournament west of the Mississippi.
The starters back in for Placer.
And
quick
Aketa
foul.
right away with the foul. And you're right, these guys are calling it close.
They seem to call it close in the perimeter, but down in the paint, they're letting them battle.
I want to just say I officiate sports. I would never officiate basketball because, I mean, it just seems like you can call a foul whenever you want. How do you decide? And it's quick, and I just don't know. I give these guys a lot of credit. And look, there's Chris Sheehy going to the hole, gets one to drop, and he will go to the line. That's his first 2 points of the second half. He has 11 points on the night. This is his first trip to the line. And he hits it.
That's Lillis is only his first foul, so no foul trouble there. That's a beautiful press break right there.
Nice job, and Lillis, just a quick step inside.
I wouldn't press a Coach Lee team ever. They're just too fundamental.
There's the shooter from the outside. The three doesn't go this time. But Sheehy there with the rebound, and he's guarded by Lillis in the corner. And gets it to the runner in the lane. No good by Reed Nixon.
Someone slapped that backboard. That could have been a goaltending call. Fortunate for Placer, wasn't.
Bad baseline pass there by Aketa, and it'll be Rio taking it this way. And from the outside, no good. Got to start shooting those because time's running out. Reed Nixon with that one. The Hillmen are up by 15 points.
Oh, no call.
And Kabongo Scott intercepts the pass as a linebacker would. And Ferreira down low, Aketa can't come up with it.
Oh, great hustle by Kabongo Scott.
A lot of hustle there.
Oh, absolutely. Kabongo Scott laying out just like he's tackling a running back out on the football field, and got that ball and passed it before he rolled and created a travel.
While on the floor, passing the ball.
Great hustle. He's not starting right now, and I feel like he feels like he should be, so he's out there trying to prove himself, I think.
Determined young man. Outstanding linebacker, all league. Joey Montoya's football team, another outstanding year.
Yes.
Now we have a foul. As good job by Asselford to, go into the paint with his arms out, and just attract that slap on the forearm.
Certainly presenting a lot of area to be fouled, and he did. I don't know who that foul was called on.
looks like it was on Brendan. That is his 4th personal.
He'll be coming out. Looks like Perlow will come in for him.
So Hasselford with his first free throw of the night.
Rough night for Brendan. We'll have to shake that off. Get ready for tomorrow night. Now Rio's hanging around. I don't know if they have enough firepower to get back in this game, but Coach Jones called a timeout. He's certainly going to try to come up with something.
57-44, let's take a break. 20th anniversary season at touchdownproductions.com. NorCal game of the week. It's Blaster 57, Rio Americano 44. We are back, and the Hillmen have the basketball. Jeremy Lillis underneath the hoop there gets the ball in the corner. Hillmen are up 57-44. 6 minutes remaining, and from the outside, Kai Huntsberry picks up a triple. His 2nd of the night.
I was watching Coach Jones. He just shook his head. He's like, how do you beat this team if they're shooting like that? Kai's now 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. Not taking a bunch, but taking them when they need them.
Look at the tenaciousness, the defense. You get the ball, you don't have a half a second to think or rest. That some Hillman is in your face with, a ball, an elbow, a hand, just making you worry the whole time.
And it's someone different. They do a lot of switching on their defense.
And they all do it. I mean, guys coming off the bench are ready to defend. They really get a lot of points off of that defense like that. In that case, though, a turnover, but right back again. Jordan Ferreira, Mr. Everywhere. He's fouled as he was trying to back in for a layup.
It's a great take. Yeah, Jordan Ferreira's just got a natural nose for the ball. Always seems to be in the right spot. A little bit Larry Bird-esque.
Mr. Everywhere. There he is from the right elbow.
Shooting hasn't been on tonight, but he's contributed in 100 different ways.
That time the Hillmen allowed that penetration.
Looks like the Hillmen are a little bit of a zone there.
That's the 3rd foul on Kai Huntsberry. He has 10 points.
Those 2 threes, and they definitely don't want him to get in foul trouble.
No good, and Bullock with the rebound.
We'll just foul him right away.
Don't want to stop the clock. And a hippity-hop move by Chris Sheehy. 2 more points.
I hope he's a fullback on their football team.
He's got 15 points on the night.
Jeremy's got. I think he needs to look a little more aggressive offensively. He's catching and looking to pass, not shoot.
When you're 6'8", sometimes you're not challenged enough to get the ball up, get it over your head. We saw him lay it up without leaving the ground. He didn't need to. You need somebody to challenge you, push you a little bit.
A nice seal down low. They missed him.
Ferreira. That's his 3 ball on the night. And this one is all but over. 63-46 with 4:20 to go.
Yep. Might start seeing some bench clearing here in the next minute, especially now with the easy layup for Ferreira.
Huntsberry, and he gets it to Ferreira, who dunks it. We're calling that a dunk, right?
That's absolutely
a dunk.
Here's a kid they thought wouldn't even make a team here at Placer.
And there's the rebound. Look at that hustle. Who's that foul on? Is it on
I think
Ferreira?
it's on Placer. I think it's on Jeremy Lillis.
So that one is on Jeremy Lillis,
Lillis,
his second personal.
Well, if this continues, it's sure going to make for an electric night here in the Earl Crab tomorrow at 8 p.m. with Del Oro against Placer. If this gym is not full, I am going to turn around and walk out in disgust.
No, you're not going to do that because you've got to do the game with me.
Okay.
It'll be great. Former Sierra Foothill League rivals, Del Oro and Placer. It's still a good rivalry. And Del Oro is not the team that they were a few weeks back when Placer really just ran away with the game down there at the Bonner Gym in Loomis. It's a much different team. They have Stone Smart from the football team, and they have Steve Birch's kid, the defensive coordinator of the football team. His son is a very good basketball player as well. Another football player, and then they got 4 guys waiting in the wings who are the 30-day guys that transferred from other schools who have to wait out the preseason, and they are going to be tough to beat pretty soon. But they are playing in the tough Sierra Foothill League with Folsom and Wood Creek and Granite Bay, and they're going to need all those weapons when they get into the stretch with the Sierra Foothill League. So
right, and although those 30-dayers, they don't get to play until after this tournament's over.
Right, it's January.
January, exactly, January 1st.
And by the time most people see this, it'll be close to January. This is our penultimate game for Placer for the year 2016, and the Hillmen now are going to run their string to 18 home court wins this calendar year. They're 18-0 here on the hardwood at the Earl Crab. That's spanning 2 seasons. There's Kai Huntsberry. Did you see that?
That was beautiful.
He stopped, slowed down to get the defender off of him, and then took a couple more steps and hit the layup.
That's just savvy, high basketball IQ right there. That's fun to watch.
Hillman up by 21 now, and the foul by Jordan Perlow.
He's still out there. I mean, Placer will not let up. They're going to continue to pressure. It's just that's their DNA. That's all they know. You can't turn that off, so you can't fault the kid for that.
I saw it just now. Chris Sheehy tapping Kabongo Scott on the shoulder and gave him a smile. And Kabongo didn't look back. I don't know what the deal was. I'm sure Sheehy was saying whatever, that must have been some contact I missed. But
did we play them in football this year?
Now you're asking me questions I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. Maybe you have reference to that.
Turnaround by Lillis, no good.
That's not his best shot, but that move he did the possession before when he went strong, got fouled. That's what he needs to continue to do.
That was a good move that he took to get that shot open, but he just couldn't get it to go. Oh, nice move down the lane by Sheehy, but can't get it to go. Going to start to see some subbing now by Mark Lee.
4 waiting.
In the corner, on the way. 3-pointer is good by Jordan Perlow, and Mark Lee calls a timeout so he can get some subs into the ball game. And the Hillmen are up 71-49 with 2:16 remaining here in the game.
Looks like you're going to see Derek Shreve come in along with Dylan Bridges, Leighton Burchell, and Noah Richardson are kind of come into the game. They're going to leave Rylan Walsh in. Good. So as Mark Lee rests his starters probably for the rest of the night, and start thinking about the big game tomorrow night, how hard it is to repeat as Kendall Arnett champions, as we haven't done it since '96. So that, that's a very important milestone, and one that Coach Lee I don't think has on his resume yet.
Mark Lee.
Nate Sweezy, Dave Thompson, and Greg Robinson.
Greg does a lot of tweeting for the Hillmen.
Yes, he's the master of the technology.
And they all coach and teach and do a great job for many years here at Placer.
Yeah, Dave Thompson's the only one who doesn't teach. He works for PCWA. Nate Sweezy's a teacher at E.V. Kane, and Greg's teacher here. He's a world studies, world history, U.S. history teacher. Mark Lee, of course, athletic director and PE.
Greg invited me into his class one time to talk to his kids. I brought in an old bag phone. They went crazy over that. Didn't listen to anything I had to say, but the bag phone really got them. Wow, they had phones in a bag back then.
Actually, he said you did a great job with your talk.
We had fun.
Engaged.
Great kids, too.
Yeah, we get good kids here at Placer. Let's see if we can get some different names in the scorebook.
Yes, and also Rio has pretty much got their bench emptied as well. And this fun time, actually.
Number 12, Shreve for Placer has moved here from Utah.
Cade Johnson misses that one. So
he's only a junior. Hopefully he'll get some more time next year.
He was recruited from Utah. Is that what you're telling me?
We'll go everywhere.
There you go. Good. Just the net is cast wide.
Nice young man.
Dylan Bridges out there, and Noah Richardson up from the JV squad.
Noah, he played a lot of good minutes last year for the JV team. I think he's going to be a contributor next year for sure. He's a good little basketball player.
There he is, taking it to the rack, right on cue.
Nice left hand.
Less than a minute to go now. Hillmen up by 23. Broke open a close game in the third period and running away with it here in the fourth.
Leighton Burchell, his sister played for me last year, Amber Burchell. Great kids, great family.
Haven't talked much about the Lady Hillmen tonight. What can we expect out of them? Right now, you have what we call a losing record, I believe.
Yeah, that's one.
The only team in the league, I believe, with a losing record.
We're just, getting people a little overconfident.
And that was what it is. You have a good squad this year, and I know you used the preseason to get them ready for league, and looking forward to good things out of the Lady Hillmen this year.
I think we're gonna get better. That's all you can hope for.
That Julia Camillucci she's all that. 3-sport, all league champion, track, volleyball, basketball.
Yeah, she's a busy kid. That is for sure.
Do you ever see her?
Not very often. We got to hang out. We went shopping together. Had some coffee this break, which was the highlight of my break. There's Shreve. He'll get to the line. Chance for a couple free throws. Shreve, excuse me.
Derek Shreve with the steal and taking it to the hole. 11 seconds left. Yeah, so make sure you join us in our next game, as we are going to be doing the championship again of the Kendall Arnett with two good local teams that we enjoy seeing them play, and we hope the student body will show up from Del Oro as well as Placer. Sometimes on a break, you never know, but it'll be great to see Del Oro and Placer going at it again in the finals of the Kendall Arnett.
I cannot wait for tomorrow's game. It is going to be electric in this gym.
74-53 is your final, as Placer beats Rio Americano by 21 points.
That's a great game up. I thought Rio played very hard early. Their shots just didn't fall later on in the game, and Placer is just a better basketball team, and that's what happens.
I want to get a shot of this gentleman in the blue shirt right there at you're on him, Gil. He's right on the other side of the team shaking hands. That's Ike Dotson with the Auburn Journal sports editor with a notepad in his hand in the shorts. And he is going to be doing his last Kendall Arnett, and he's interviewing Mark Lee right now. And he is going to be leaving. He's taking a job with the state of California Department of Corrections, and he has done a fantastic job with the Press Tribune and Gold Country Media and the Auburn Journal. We're going to miss him. We really are.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
I really like Ike. I think he does a great job at doing fair reporting and making kids feel special with his reports in the paper.
He does an outstanding job with layout and design, and his photography is par excellence. Ike, we're going to miss you, and we wish you all the best in your new job.
Absolutely.
And the Placer Hillmen will mouth the words to the, hey, at least they're on time this time. They
finally got it.
Yeah, got it. It's taken years. I think Mark Lee must have held a class in that. But the school hymn, and here you are, the Kendall Arnett, the 75th. This is the semifinal night, and the finals are set. Placer versus Del Oro. Stone Smart back on that team after leading Del Oro to the championship game, state championship in football as the quarterback. And they've got a couple of other football players on the team. They got some guys who have healed from some injuries. So although Placer handled them very easily earlier in the year down at Del Oro, this is going to be a different team that we will see tomorrow night. The championship of the 75th Kendall Arnett. Looking forward to it as Ike Doxson interviews Jordan Ferreira, who was the high scorer in tonight's ball game. I've got Jordan with
everywhere.
15, 19, 22. Look at this, Dave Lawrenson talking to the band, and one of the traditions is that they have alumni come back and play. And I can remember when the alumni outnumbered the student body. When Dave Lawrenson took over this program, that changed. He has a world-class band program, and for those of you at Del Oro watching, and the band at Del Oro has been outstanding since Ron Jones started that program in the 60s. Well, this band here at Placer is unbelievable, and they do a fantastic job, and probably one of the better small school bands that you'll find anywhere. But certainly they play big, and they play in all the different parades, and they take home a lot of hardware.
Absolutely, and Dave Lawrenson is one of the hardest working guys that you'll find here. You know, coaches put in a ton of time with football coaches, basketball. Every coach, they put in hours, and there's no difference with Dave Lawrenson. He's putting in hours and hours to develop a great band. He also does the choir and the concert choir and the regular choir and the marching band and the concert band. And I'm right next door to him in my classroom, and I get live jazz music every morning. He has a zero period. They're there at 7 a.m. and I'm there doing my prep work in the morning, and I get to listen to some incredible jazz music. Yeah.
So the stage is set. Jordan Ferrer with 19, Lillis with 16, Huntsberry with 12 leading Placer. And now they're going to be taking on Jeff Broyles' Del Oro Golden Eagles tomorrow night. The last game of the season here at the Earl Crabb Gymnasium, the finals of the Kendall Arnett, and we are looking forward to it. So please join us. And remember, this is the 20th anniversary season at touchdownproductions.com. NorCal Game of the Week. We will see you tonight at the 75th Kendall Arnett Championship game. Good night, everybody.
Good night.